his ukulele on the hill above the bay. Pineapple princess, I love you, you're the sweetest girl I've seen. Someday we're gonna marry and you'll be my pineapple. Hello world, good morning everybody. Today I'm thinking of harvesting the leftover plumeria I have outside and some of the orchids. It is autumn here in the US and we are losing most of our flowers, especially those ones that bloom in the springtime and summertime. So today I'm thinking I'll make my last Hawaiian lei for this year. So for the materials I've gathered from the backyard, we have plumeria flowers, calachuchi, of different colors, mostly pink. They're called candy stripes, and just the regular yellow ones. I also took some of the bamboo palm leaves. I've washed them already, so they're clean, no bugs, no spiders, no aphids. I got a bunch of them to use as a filler, along with some of the epidendriums I have outside. These are the only ones left. A lot of the birds have already gone through them, and these are the only ones left from the front yard as well as the backyard. So again, I have the plumeria, calachuchi, we have epidendrium, and leaf from the bamboo palm. To complete the set, we will need the famous raffia. What you need to do first is braid the raffia. You take 6 strands of these raffia, soak them in water for about 5 minutes. That's way it's wet and they're easier to maneuver and it's flexible. Also, the braided raffia holds water, so it keeps your lei fresh for at least 2 weeks. They last long, and even when they're dried up, you can still hang them. Because of this, it holds pretty well together and they last. So these we usually make as presents for graduation, birthdays, anniversaries, whatever it is. You just make it pretty. Have patience when you make it because it's time consuming, and put all of the love in it while you're making it. Turn on some music, light a candle, and do it when it's quiet so you can concentrate. And when you're done, it's all uniform. Even the braiding, you want to make sure it's flat all the way and it's not round. That way when you lay the flowers on it, it's like the flowers are sleeping on top of it. Since it's flat, it's like a bed. And then you put the flowers and leaves on the bed. So here we'll start. First, I'm going to prepare the leaves. These are the leaf filler that I am going to use. So you just remove them from the stem like this, so they're all individual leaves. You can just go through them slowly. It's fun. And for all those subscribers who are new in my channel, you're gonna like doing this because it's perfect for weddings. You don't have to pay high price at flower shops if you know how to make them. These flowers are abundant in the Philippines. You can make your own. The next thing you want to do on the leaves is that If you want your flowers all uniform and all the same all the way through the length of the lake, you want all of your leaves the same length. Mine, I don't like to make it all the same because I like it to look simple and natural, as if you walked into the garden. Some leaves are long, some are small, some are older leaves, some are babies, some are still green, some are turning yellow. I like to look at it that way. So my lei is going to be a representative of how you look at a garden. It's not all uniform. So I'm going to keep it this way, but usually, especially for hula shows or if you're competing, they look at the length and how you cut them. So that is really up to you, but I like to see it like this where they're different. So I'll keep it at that. The epidendrum orchids, I'm also going to remove it one stalk at a time, one flower at a time, because I'm only using this as fillers. So it's going to be used in between the leaf and the other flower like this. You'll see. So I'm going to prepare these as well. Just going to cut them, pluck them individually, so I don't use the whole clump. Like this. Again, some of them are long. The length of the stem here is long. Some flowers are just opening up, so they have shorter stems here. And it will work just fine. So now we're all set. Just going to go get a glass of water, that way I don't have to stop in between, so I'll be right back. Stay with me. I'm back, world. So again, my raffia has been soaked in water for 5 minutes, so it's pretty wet and flexible. I took 6 long raffias, put them together, and I braided it, so it looks like this. So braided it flat all the way, 36 inches long. Well, I think so, yes, it's about a yard. And then I added 1 single raffia. I tied it right here at the knot at the end. And this you're going to use to wrap your flowers on the braided raffia. So to start, I always like to put a leaf at the very end. So what I do is I just fold it into a V. You can basically do whatever you want, but as the end, I like it to look like this, like a tail. And then you take your single raffia, you go around it once, not too tight, otherwise it will break. So now it looks like this. Then I'm going to add 1 more, so it looks like it's doubled. Again, I fold it into a V shape. I put it right on top of the other and overlap it, so it looks like a double V. And then I wrap it once. I wrap it twice. That is really up to you. Just make sure it's not too tight. You want to make sure it can breathe. So right now it looks like this. I'm going to add 1 small orchid right here. Can you see? Okay. So now I'm gonna keep going. So basically it's one folded leaf, one orchids, and one plumeria. One folded leaf, rat, one orchids, rat, one plumeria, rat. One folded leaf, rat, one orchids, rat, one plumeria. Okay guys, so far I have about 2.5 inches long, and it looks like this. A lot of people, especially for the bridesmaids, would make it about 10 inches long, and they use it on their hair this way. Mine, this one, our project for today, we're gonna make it long so it's a lei. It goes around the neck. I'll keep going and I'll show you halfway, okay? Hi Ninja! Guys, just enjoying making this lei. I'm gonna turn on some music. Let's see. We look for something Hawaiian, like perhaps Maleo. Bear with me. Here we go. Maleo. Commercials. Oh, just one moment. Smells so good. Hello guys. Dugay pa rin. You fall. Make sure that the bag is all wrapped. See how clean it is. Catch you if you fall.
We have quite a lot to celebrate over 30 years, and one of the things are just the gifts in our life are our kids, and between the three of us, we have 10 kids, and Angie had to outdo us and go and have a grandbaby now, so she's a tutu. And it was a few years ago, we were actually recording one of our albums. I want to say it was I Miss You, My Hawaii. And we were in the recording studio and we're getting ready for Mother's Day. And I asked Lewa if she would write something new for Mother's Day. And some of you may not be familiar, but in Hawaii, almost every year we do this big Mother's Day show, and you're always trying to kind of, outdo yourself from last year and do something new this year. So I remember asking her if she could write something new. And if you know Lewa, she's not one to want to have homework. So I thought it would take her like a month or a couple weeks, but like a couple days later, she comes and she goes, "Okay, Pop." And she started to play this song for us. And at the time, my youngest of three, my youngest was just a few months old. And you know how you are, you're a little fragile, at that state. So I just remember being very emotional and listening to her song, and I was like, wow, how did you do that? How did you write this great song that just captures how it feels to be a mom? And especially because at that time, Lewa did not have her children yet. And so she was telling me the story about how she was inspired to write this song. And her mom was away, living on the mainland at the time, and that year her mom sent her a birthday card. In the front of the card was a picture of a newborn baby, all wrapped up in blankets. And it said, "You don't remember." And on the inside of the card, when she opened it, it said, "But I'll never forget. Happy birthday." So we do this one for the mommies and the daddies and the tutus and everybody else who have been blessed by children in their life. The original song by Lewa called "You Don't Remember."
Beautiful song. Don't remember, I'll never forget that blessed day when we first met. I saw the face of his new, a little song, a little you. forget.
One day in my life
I'll never regret.
to feel such love I never knew. A bundle of right there in you. As I held you near my heart,
I understood at last the part of me
I never met.
you don't remember, and I'll never forget. Happy na guys!
You don't remember
I'll never forget
that blessed day
when we first met.
and when I heard your voice, I realized
The truth.
everything in my life led me into.
To you,
You don't remember
I'll never forget.
one day in my life
I will never regret.
gift so precious given me by angel love. Surely a miracle from God. As I held you near my heart,
I understood at last the part of me
I never met.
you don't remember, or I never forget.
And when I look
Into your eyes,
look into your eyes, I see the reason why I've lived my life. As I held you near my heart,
I understood at last the part of me I never met. You don't remember, but I never forget. You don't remember, and I'll never forget. But I'll never forget. When it gets longer, guys, because it's getting long and you're still wrapping, it tends to twist to the other way. You just want to make sure that as you add an inch each time, you twist it back to its place so it's straight. We might not have enough flowers.
There is no problem too big, God cannot solve it.
I'm going to change the music. This one. I love this song. I hear the wind traveling down the Ko'olam, touches my skin, makes me think of how much I miss you, my Hawaii. The yellow ginger lane. I look inside myself, find the words to say how much I miss you, my Hawaii. Dance across the early evening sky. I can see the shores of Waianae. Every time I listen to my heart telling me it longs to go back home, and it makes me want to, 'cause I miss you, my love. I catch the glimmer of your face across the sky. I watch the setting sun and I begin to cry. How I miss you, my Hawaii. The sands of Waikiki, and I hear you calling me. How I miss you, my Hawaii. Every time I stop to watch the moon dance across the early evening sky, I can see the shores of Waianae. Every time I listen to my heart telling me it longs to go back home, to, 'cause I miss you, my love. Makes me miss Cebu and the Philippines in general. Hawaii is the closest place I could relate to as far as Cebu and the Philippines goes. The culture is very similar. Family traditions are very similar. The close family ties and the value of family and sisterhood, brotherhood, and friendship in general. How respectful they are to nature, and the respect for the elders goes a long way. Very similar to the Philippines. Telling me it longs to go back home, makes me want to, 'cause I miss you, my love. My love. We're halfway, so here's how it looks like. So it looks like this. And actually you're supposed to use a sprayer bottle and actually spray it as you go. This one should be okay. I'll put it in the refrigerator later on and it should come back. I need another fresh length of raffia, maybe after this sleeve. My dog just came out. She's going. There she goes. You want to say hi to everybody? Can you see her head? Rambunctious dog. But she's a good girl. You think you're a good girl? We are halfway. We're almost there. Hopefully we have enough flowers because this is all I could gather from outside. We shall see. It's getting warm. And let me get one more raffia. Maybe I'll put two together, that way I don't have to keep doing raffia extensions. That's too thick. For wrapping the flowers, we want to make sure we're using excuse me, the thinner raffia. That way it's softer, more flexible, and it doesn't hurt the stems of the flowers or leaves when you wrap them around. We'll come back shortly. From the mountain to the ocean, from the windward to the leeward side. On the island, we do it island style. From the mountain to the ocean, from the windward to the leeward side. Mama's in the kitchen cooking dinner real nice. Beef stew on the stove, love me someone with the rice. We eat and drink and we sing all day. Kanika pila in the old Hawaiian way. We do it island style. From the mountain to the ocean, from the windward to the leeward side. We do it island style. Go grandma's house. If we no go, grandma gotta work hard. Boy, real sour. I love my grandma. We do it island style. From the mountain to the ocean, from the windward to the leeward side. We do it island style. From the mountain to the ocean, from the windward to the leeward side. We do it island style. Buhay kamay na pero mga kamay. Kamay na. Buhay kamay na. meine Gerunga Timarawe. Forever one, and suddenly I found Sorry guys, I had to take a quick break to get some drink of water, and also I ran out of flowers, so I went once more to the backyard to get about 15 more pieces of flowers. We are almost done. We are 2/3 of our lane, so isn't that pretty? It smells so good. So we're about this length now, and I'm gonna continue on, add more. Remember, when you're making a lei, give it as much love as you can. Make sure you're relaxed and you're not frustrated, so everything that you put into the work is all good energy. So whoever who receives it would feel that same exact positive energy and love. My dog is crying, so I'm going to let him in real quick. Bear with me, guys.
If you have moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis, Enro helps relieve joint pain and helps stop joint damage. Enro may lower your ability to fight infections. Serious, sometimes fatal events, including infections, tuberculosis, lymphoma, other cancers, nervous system and blood disorders, and allergic reactions have occurred. Tell your doctor if you've been someplace where fungal infections are common, or if you're prone to infections, have cuts or sores, have had hepatitis B, have been treated for heart failure, or if you have persistent fever, bruising, bleeding, or illness. Don't start Enro if you have an infection like the flu. Enro.
Oh, this one is perfect. This one goes here. Wailingaw, guys. Hapit na ni mahuman. Kamay na lang joy ko. Anyway, wala man sa ko nagdali, kay I don't have anything planned today. Sunday man karon. Kanya, sayo ko na human og panglaba. I woke up at 4 o'clock today because my cat Ninja keeps saying meow. Gigutom ba? Ay, bangon na lang sad gyud. Sag nagduka. Wa pa gani ko naligo bago pa kong nahuman og vacuum. This song is one of my favorite. It's called Kawailili Ono Uwano. Oh, I'm sorry. Sounds the same. This one is actually Vaika, and it's a beautiful song. I danced this when I went to Japan. My best friend in Japan, sis kay Nihinalo Masami Kato. Her and her husband used to live here in Redondo Beach for quite some time. They both worked for Honda, and they went back home after 2 years. And I visited her 1 year, and she asked me to dance at a community hospital slash assisted living in Japan, and wonderful people. We danced for the elderly, her and I. Her husband, brother Katuru, actually did, he was in charge of the music. And then Sis Kanihinalo's mom also danced. She performed. She does a little bit of hula. And then the three of us danced for the elderly, and they had a great time. Aloha. Aloha, aloha, we meet again. Aloha, oh, aloha, oh, eke ona ona no ikalipo. One fond embrace, ahoy, ae, until we meet again.
Hello everyone, thank you so much for checking out Aloha Oe Play Along. If you like this play along, make sure to check out ukuleleunderground.com for more Hawaiian classics. While you're over there, make sure to sign up for UU Plus to take your ukulele playing to the next level. This is Aldrin Guerrero, and I'll see you folks next time. Aloha.
Aloha. One fond embrace, I'm gonna look for a song that is a special song for me. I love it. It's called Kawailili o Nuuanu. It's about a father and a son. They were driving along the countryside in the island of Hawaii, and they stopped to watch this waterfall. And the father said to his son, "Look at that waterfall. Isn't that beautiful? When I'm gone, just remember that like the waterfall, I will always be here, and that it will never go away. It will keep on flowing. So every time you see this waterfall, just remember me." Let me see if I can find it. Here it is, I found it. Not that one, not the doggies. Here. It's in Hawaiian, but it's very touching if you know what it means. Isn't that pretty?
teamed up with Podiatrist to create a shoe that provides total foot and
No,
arch
it's
support for
commercial.
all-day comfort.
Mangita ko kang brother is. Let's see, brother is. Israel Kamavavi Oli. Gosh, I have been off of Hula for quite some time. Israel Kamavavi Oli. Here we go.
Someday I wish upon a star, wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where trouble melts like lemon drops, high above the chimney top. That's where you'll find me, oh, somewhere over the rainbow. Bluebirds fly, and the dream that you did to oh why can't I, oh,
Israel.
All I've been blessed with in my life. There was an emptiness in me. I was imprisoned
By the power of gold,
with
one kind touch
you set me free.
let the world stop turning, let the sun stop burning. Let them tell me love's not worth going through. If it all falls apart, I'm not deep in my heart.
The only
Dream that mattered have come true. In this life, I was loved by you. For every mountain I have
every raging river crossed. You are the treasure
that I long to find.
with one's love I would be lost.
Let the world stop turning. Mana guys?
Let me tell me love's not worth
Going
through.
If it all falls apart, I will know deep in my heart the only dream that mattered had come true. In this life, I was loved by you. Forever, I'll be loving you. Let the world stop turning, let the sun stop burning. Let them tell me love's not worth going through. If it all falls apart, I will know deep in my heart the only dream that mattered had come true. In this life, I was loved by you. In this life. Maani siya guys. Humana. Kanya. I'm gonna teach you how to properly give a lei to someone. Lei is the symbol of love, and in Hawaiian tradition, it's very improper for someone to put their head above someone else's head. It's very improper. It's considered very disrespectful, especially if that person is older than you, if that person is of higher rank than you, like a chief, If that person is of noble blood, that person is a politician, anybody older than you shouldn't be giving your lei, and like what most people do now, where they put it over the head down to the neck. The proper way to present a lei to a loved one or a friend is to simply put the lei on your hand this way, like you're bearing a gift, and you say aloha. This is how you do it properly. You don't say aloha and put it over the head. It's very wrong, and not many people know it, and Hawaiians just tolerate it. But if you know the culture and you are properly schooled in the Hawaiian culture, you don't do that. So I just thought I'd share it with everybody. We don't all expect everybody to know, but if you visit the Hawaiian Islands, or if you're meeting someone, you give them a lei. If you make them a lei, you say aloha. You don't say aloha and then hug. No. It's very improper to put your hand over or above the forehead on someone else's. It's disrespectful. So now you know. Here's our lei. I'm going to put it on me. If you put it on yourself, it's okay. And here's our lei. Bye bye, guys. The lei will last inside the refrigerator. So usually you make it before graduation or before the event. You can actually make your lei a week and a half before the event. See, for example, I made this today and the event is a week from now. What you do is you just spray it with tap water or lukewarm water, or cold water actually is better. Just spray it with water. You wet some paper towels just so it's damp, and then you wrap it with a clean paper towel. You put it inside a plastic Tupperware wrapped in paper towel. Then you cover that Tupperware. You put it on top, the top shelf of the fridge, because as we know, heat goes up and cold goes down. So you want it up so it doesn't, get icy and kill the leaves or the petals. So that's how it's made. This is our last lei of the year. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll post this on YouTube and or Facebook. Basically, you can make any lei out of any flower as long as it's not poisonous. You can use bougainvillea. Orchids is the most common, and seriously any other flower. Whatever is available in the backyard, as long as it's not poisonous. If you ever make one, please post it so I can see it. Here you go. It's our lei. Aloha. I hope you enjoy it. Love you.